winner, now playing in the WNBA, has gone to graduation, but this is still a very long and talented team, and Kentucky in their road blue uniforms will control. Taylor Murray with it, the 5'6" senior out of Maryland.
And Kentucky likes to run a lot of 4 out, 1 in. That means 4 players on the perimeter, 1 in a post-up. They've got a veteran backcourt that no one else has in the SEC. Maci Morris and Taylor Murray.
Nice high-low along the baseline and knocked in by Tatiana Wyatt, 6'2", sophomore out of Columbus, Georgia. Here's the press.
Tennessee starts out in their zone, in their full court pressure, and that's a backside triple. That's what I'm talking about against pressure, that she didn't make it, but that's the kind of threes that I meant at the beginning of the game.
Another quick 3 on the way. Both of those missed. Ball deflected out of bounds, and it'll be Kentucky basketball. Already Sheradine Green with an offensive rebound. A huge story for Holly Warlick last week against Missouri. She will be wired. The Hall of Famer currently in her 7th year on the sideline for the Tennessee Lady Vols.
Holly Warlick spent most of her career here in this building. 7 years as the head coach, following behind the legend Pat Summitt.
27 as assistant, 4 as a player.
Awesome.
I can do the math. It's 38. Yeah, it really is awesome. 3-pointer on the way by Howard. That rattles in and out. Long rebound taken by Westbrook. Oh, nice kick ahead, but better defense getting back. Good work by Howard on the floor, the outstanding freshman for Kentucky. And a blocking foul is going to be called against Green, number 15 in white.
Now, Vina Westbrook trying to push tempo. What a great defensive play to sprint back in transition defense. And then you see the foul on Sheradine Green.
There's Matthew Mitchell in his 12th season, just celebrated his 300th career win, 270 of those coming in Lexington. Morris after the flyby and buries the 3-pointer.
I mean, one of the all-time greats. And continues to impress outside the arc. Second most threes in Kentucky's history. On her career, she shoots 42% from the 3-point line.
Westbrook attacking. That ball went through the hands of Green. Turnover for Tennessee, and Murray coming quickly out of the backcourt. Pull up 15-footer straight away. And what a good start for Kentucky, up 7-0. Timeout is called by Tennessee. We'll step aside. A nearly perfect start.
She's one of the most durable players, and with that body type, you wouldn't think so. And that just shows what kind of mental toughness she brings. Her dad's a coach. She grew up around basketball, and she's a very good player for Kentucky.
Kick outside off the back of the iron once again, missed by Mimi Jackson, who was 0 for 9 from the floor against Missouri. Nice deflection by Green.
Another turnover. Now, coming off the timeout, those are not 2 good possessions for Tennessee.
Lady Vols crowd still on their feet, and they will stay there until Tennessee scores. We play 2.5 minutes. Attacked by Howard, misses that. Green another rebound and the quick outlet. Davis looking to attack, has her pocket picked.
Really good defense by Maci Morris in transition. 1-on-1, and she gets the stop.
And Westbrook finally right to the rim. Number 2 in white lays it up and in, and Tennessee's on the board.
Vina Westbrook is so good going to her right hand. And Tennessee not organized, getting back, and Kentucky looking to attack.
Taylor Murray, who had a 15-foot jump shot, nice little floater in the lane that time, laid that ball up and in, and then a baseline violation, another turnover, and Kentucky's going to inbound.
You can't defend this any better. Morris setting up to draw a charge. He gets 2 feet down, a good legal guarding position, and contests a tough jump shot by Renaya Davis at the rim.
McKinney off the iron, and Davis wearing number 0 in white. And Westbrook again coming the other way. Green right at the front of the rim, has that shot rejected by Wyatt.
Where's the left hand?
6.5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter, all Kentucky so far. McKinney. Boy, that's going to be... Oh, both the officials look at one another, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Maci Morris as Mimi Jackson goes hard on the attack. I want to remind everybody, doubleheader coming your way on the SEC Network. Coming up next, we'll take you to Starkville for Georgia and number 7 Mississippi State. You can always watch on the ESPN app and anywhere and everywhere. Mississippi State is impressive as ever this year.
I think so. I mean, Tierra McCowan anchors the inside for Vic Schaefer, and Unreal Howard is an incredible rebounder. We all knew that. The last game Kentucky played in, they lost on the road at Mississippi State. Mississippi State had more offensive rebounds than Kentucky had total rebounds.
Tierra McCowan on the Wooden Award midseason top 25 watch list, averaging a double-double.
Both these coaches coming off a loss said the same thing. They both got to work on defense. For Kentucky, they realized that rebounding is an issue for them. Lack of size at the 5 position. They're going to have to figure out a way to gang rebound.
Tennessee in the man-to-man, they showed zone early. Linda Pascal, number 12 in blue, on for the first time. Nice move down the lane, up and in. Ogechi Anyigalegu, 6'1" redshirt junior out of Miami, Florida, able to put that ball up and in.
A really nice reverse pivot. The lane opens up, and you go off the bounce strong, and you only need one dribble from there to get to the rim.
First personal foul on Kassiana Kushkitwa. Westbrook looking to take it coast to coast and drops the ball out of bounds. 5 turnovers now, Debbie, for Westbrook in Tennessee.
Tennessee has got to take better care of the ball. Kentucky averages 27 points off generating 24 turnovers a game. That's their average.
Baseline jumper up and rattled in again, and Kentucky off to a very quick 7-0 start, and now on top by 10.
Anya Galibo with a line drive 2-pointer.
Ball taken away, but on the wrist. Brian Howard is going to be called for the personal foul, wearing number 10 in blue. Mimi Jackson, again, after going for 27 against Auburn in the first conference game, won by the Lady Vols, came back and really struggled against Missouri, going 0 for 9. Her only points a pair from the free throw line.
And the odd thing about that game going 0 for 9 was that she was averaging in the 4 games prior to that 20 points a game, including that 27 that you referred to. She's the senior, the only senior on this team.
Holly Warlick told us at shoot-around earlier today that's the only bad day, that's the only bad practice, that's the only bad game she's had all season long.
She hasn't had a bad practice yet. That's what you want out of your seniors, that kind of consistency. Back in the man-to-man, they were not switching the last possession. They do have the ability to switch in their man-to-man, but I think they're just trying to stop penetration.
Step back three-pointer. Absolutely right. Come on. You can't guard it much better than that. And then quickly a turnover, and Roper, number 32, just on the floor for another score for Kentucky. The lead is 14. Kushkitwa kicks it out to a wide open Zay Green. Players on the floor, and a foul is going to be called. I think they got Kushkitwa for her second personal.
Matthew Mitchell's team is locked in on the defensive end. They're not over-rotating. They're defending the basketball as a unit. They dig in on the post and force the shot to come from the perimeter, and then they rebound it. And the pass goes to a non-3-point shooter. Zay Green is not what I would call a 3-point shooter yet for Tennessee. She's hit a few in her career.
Jasmine Massengill, 6-foot freshman out of Chattanooga, on the floor for the first time. I mean, the onslaught continues.
If you're late, a half a second, Maci Morris is going to bury you. That's back-to-back triples in the face of Zay Green.
5 straight makes for Kentucky. White hot right now. Westbrook down the lane, misses that. Offensive rebound taken, battled for, and on the possession arrow, it's going to be Tennessee basketball. Holly Warlick going to her bench. Ray Burrell, the 6'1 freshman out of Las Vegas, coming on. .406 remaining in the opening quarter. Kentucky leading 22-5. This is a Kentucky program, like most other teams in the country, have had very little success in this building in the entire length. The history of this rivalry, Kentucky has only won 3 times in this building.
Well, Matthew Mitchell brings a backcourt of Maci Morris, who's already hit 3 triples in the first quarter.
13 foul now on Kentucky. That ball off the side of the iron, and nice rebound taken by Pascal. Nobody picks her up. Short on the 15-footer, and Sheradine Green controls the rebound.
Here's where you want to make a good choice. Kentucky gets back in transition. Okay, now Tennessee, run your sets. Be patient here and get a good shot.
Deep post up right at the front of the rim, but Sheradine Green couldn't convert.
That's a great pass by Avina Westbrook. That's good patience and poise in that possession.
Davis, 16-footer is good along the right baseline. Bench so far for Kentucky has done a very nice job. Roper, Anya Galibo, among others. Morris, step back again, feeling it.
Maci Morris, you shoot till your arm falls off. That is 4 triples in the first quarter. Are you kidding me? She is on the top of the scouting report for Tennessee, and Holly Warlick told us today that giving up triples has been part of their Achilles heel in losing the 2 games that they lost on their season so far.
The 1 loss to Stanford in the non-conference, and then last week to Missouri. And Debbie,
Stanford hit 14, Paul. Missouri came in here and hit 10. Look at Maci Morris, a little step back. I mean, these are contested threes with a hand in her face. The 3rd defender that Tennessee has rotated on her, and she's still sticking it from deep.
2:46 remaining. Kentucky on top, 4-7 behind Maci Morris. Some solid defense and good rebounding and bench play. Roper down the lane and throws that ball out of bounds, but it was deflected in front of the Tennessee bench.
But really good quarter court D by Tennessee. See, that's the right call.
Yeah,
Bev Roberts switches it. I thought that was a really good job by Tennessee and Ray Burrell of not trying to help on the penetration, of staying in denial. See Avina Westbrook trying to post up a smaller defender in the post.
Davis contested 16-footer, needs a bounce, doesn't get it. Burrell battling for the offensive rebound, and a foul is going to be called against Kentucky. If it is, that is their 4th team foul, and it'll be free throws the rest of the way for Tennessee. Lady Vols with 3 team fouls. Burrell driving baseline off the side of the iron. Rebound is taken, but that's going to be the officials going to talk this one over.
I thought there was a travel. The official that had the same angle we did came in with a foul.
So number 4, Mimi Collins, 6'3" freshman out of Waldorf, Maryland. This is a very young Tennessee team. Davis and Westbrook only sophomores. A lot of freshmen are playing big minutes for Tennessee. Mimi Jackson, you talked about, one of the rare seniors on this team, along with Sheradine Green.
I should have said 4-year player. That's what I meant when I said that Mimi was the only senior.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, now watch this on the inside. Let's see where the foul is. I think that's her own play. I think Ray Burrell fouled her, and she traveled.
But other than that, this might be Howard's second personal foul. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. If they do give it to Ryan Howard. Yeah, they gave her a second personal foul. Yeah, Howard officially was charged for that personal foul, so one of the top freshmen in the conference, if not the country, will have to sit for a while. She's averaging 17 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and a couple of steals as well. That ball deflected out of bounds, and with 2:08 remaining, it'll be a possession for the Tennessee Lady Vols.
They scored on their last baseline out of bounds play. It was Renaya Davis stepping in, but there's a good basket cut by Mimi Collins. Really good execution by Tennessee. Now Tennessee switching in their man-to-man.
Couple of dribbles, pull-up jumper, wasn't a 3, so off the front of the iron. Westbrook turning in the lane. Davis will bring the ball back out and reset for Tennessee.
See, now Mimi Collins is a post player, and she has Maci Morris. A good switch right there by Kentucky to get matched up properly.
Four to shoot. Massengill getting in the lane. Tough shot off the front of the iron. Burrell there. Ball comes out to Davis. Bodies flying. No call. Collins with the miss. And now we've got a whistle.
And this is Tennessee's strength against Kentucky's weakness. Holly Warlick's team can get on the offensive glass. They are a tremendous offensive rebounding team. It's part of where their length comes into play.
And now Matthew Mitchell and Kentucky have got some added foul trouble. Ryan Howard picked up her second personal, and Maci Morris. Yeah, Matthew Mitchell looking up at the scoreboard. Maci Morris just picked up her second.
Well, that would be trouble. That's your two top scorers. Ryan Howard at 17 again. Maci Morris at 16 a game.
And last week at Mississippi State, Kentucky fell behind 19-4 in large part again because Maci Morris got in quick foul trouble. Collins good on the free throw. Deep jump shot out of the corner by Jada Roper. That's missed. Offensive rebound taken and a fresh clock.
Well, Taylor Murray's going to have to assert herself here on the road for Kentucky if they're going to continue to build on this lead. Number 24 right here with the basketball, the senior.
Nice crossover in the lane. A little bit of a bump.
That's what I'm talking about.
Count the basket and the foul.
What a crossover. Takes a bump from Collins. Can't knock her off her line. What a terrific use of the glass. Beautiful.
Murray now with 8 first quarter points. If you're Matthew Mitchell, do you just manage the foul trouble, or do you not see Morris or Howard until the second half?
Well, I think you have to manage it. It depends on how the game goes. You know, you can't, you know, you've got a significant lead right here. You've got to manage the game maybe a little differently in terms of defense now, because you can't let anyone else get in foul trouble.
Pass inside, laid up and in. Nice entry basket by Burrell.
Avina Westbrook makes so many plays with her eyes. She sees that play. What a straight line pass to the basket. Kentucky should never allow that with their defense.
Shot clock and game clock separated by only a couple of tenths. Nice spin move inside, blocked by Burrell. Plenty of time, and on the run out, Mimi, almost traveled. Gives it up to Collins, lays it up and in. from midcourt, on the way and off the side of the iron. All the visiting Kentucky Wildcats early.
Morris was 11 first quarter points on 3 for 3 outside the arc. I had her for 4. I guess one of those that she hit might have been a 2. She's 4 for 5 from the floor, nonetheless, for 11 points. Yeah, Taylor Murray getting an ISO at the top of the key.
Murray inside the arc, off the side of the iron, long rebound, comes out to Kentucky.
Jada Roper, the 5'6" junior, number 32, is going to have to play really well here in place of Maci Morris. Roper's more of a driver than she is a three-point shooter.
That ball taken away by Westbrook, and the aforementioned Roper commits the personal foul. That is her second personal foul for Roper. Well, there's the answer to the question. How do you manage Brian Howard? You don't remember, she's only a freshman. Learning to play with foul trouble is something that can take a little time.
Yeah, you have to learn to trust, and I think Matthew Mitchell knows she's such a big-time player that let's see if they change what they do defensively. And if I'm Tennessee, I'm trying to run something right at her.
Jackson give up to Collins, was in pretty deep. Turnaround jump shot off the mark. Westbrook down inside, takes the rebound, ball deflected. And it'll be a fresh shot clock in possession for Tennessee.
Tennessee down by as much as 17 points in the first quarter. Now they've cut it back to 11. And that's what you have to do. You have to dig in on each possession. You got to try to score, not have empty possessions on the offensive end, but your shot selection has to be really good now if you're Tennessee.
Both of these teams really want to run. Nice rotation to McKinney, three-pointer on the way, straight as an arrow, but a little bit long. And Jackson, with a good block out, is going to be stunned. She's going to be called for the personal foul.
I thought it was a good box out on the perimeter. It's what you're supposed to do, turn and find your player and keep them from going to the glass.
Yeah, I'm with you. And the 8,000 Lady Vols fans at Thompson Bowling Arena didn't see a foul there.
Plus, it's a loose ball off the rim.
That's going to be an illegal screen called down inside against Tatiana Wyatt. Maci Morris back on as well.
There's no way anybody in here is thinking makeup call on that, are they? Zone for Kentucky. It's not something that Matthew Mitchell prefers, but this is a way to protect Ryan Howard.
She and Morris have basically got to put their hands in their pockets until the second half. Collins again, done a nice job for Tennessee off the bench.
Cut it to 9.
Kentucky just 1 for their last 7 field goal attempts. Backdoor cut, and Howard will put an end to that drought.
That's why you got to have Ryan Howard on the floor.
Well, Westbrook is really pushing it aggressively at the other end, not there.
And I would even say out of control.
Jackson comes up short. Still a very, very cold hand from outside the arc for Mimi Jackson.
0 for her last 12 shot attempts, counting Missouri and the first half of this game for Mimi Jackson. Now with the foul trouble for Kentucky, let's see if Matthew Mitchell sort of shrinks the game a little bit. You know, it takes a little air, just takes their time, doesn't full court press. They run Morris through the elevator door screens.
Shot clock at 7. Murray off the side of the iron, battle for the rebound. Jackson after it. Howard will come up with it. Fresh shot clock. Will she run? Exactly as you mentioned, will she slow things down?
She's dribbling the ball too much. I think she got to pass it. Oh, well, what do I know?
Spun that one up and in. I'm not sure she ever saw the target.
And with her offhand.
Just 4 now for Howard. Again, both she and Maci Morris saddled with early foul trouble. 6:50 remaining in the half.
Kentucky doing a good job of communicating in their zone.
Nice pass down inside, Jackson to Green.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to attack the side of the zone that Maci Morris and Ryan Howard are on. Put some pressure on them to see if you can pick up that third.
And Murray left all alone from 17 feet. Comes up empty. Kick ahead. Nice save by Green to Collins.
That's a heck of a play by Sheridan Green.
Tennessee back within 9, and the crowd is back with them. Morris
So
off
good.
the window.
She knows they're switching. She gets the switch on a big, and she just goes off the glass. 13 for Maci Morris.
Westbrook again. Looked like she was bumped from behind. She was indeed. Count the basket.
She wants to go right. Everyone in the country knows she wants to go right. You can't let her have a straight line look to the basket. What a strong take by Evina Westbrook. Very right-handed, very strong getting to the rim. And so because Taylor Murray doesn't keep her in front, you put pressure on the back row to have to try to make that play. And they pick up a foul. Westbrook with an and-one opportunity.
The 6-foot sophomore out of Salem, Oregon, the SEC all-freshman team member last year when she started every game, averaging 16 points and 5 assists so far on the season. Second best as far as assist number is concerned in the SEC. Completes the three-point play. And the lead is down to 8. I guess if you're going to go down by 17 or 18 early, what was the biggest deficit?
17.
Well, the only thing good about that is that it happened in the first quarter, so
right.
There's a lifetime of basketball left.
And Holly Warlick did a good job using her timeouts to get their attention.
Howard stepped back. Green got a piece of that.
This is where Tennessee's really good when they're running.
Davis looking for the 3, not there. Rebound taken by Kentucky.
Good job to get back by Tennessee and set up their defense.
Onyeka back on, number 21 in the post. Murray attacking. Collins lays it up and in.
Beautiful. Rejects the screen, drives strong to the basket. Taylor Murray can take over a game.
Murray now with 11. Green rolls right to the basket. Can't convert that and goes and gets her own miss.
Well, she is some kind of athlete. We were watching her today at shoot around. She's long, she's athletic, she's committed to rebounding. She can add impact to the Lady Vols without touching the basketball.
Davis double, triple teamed out to Massengate. Feet set. Another offensive rebound. What a good effort off the side of the iron. But Sheridan Green will shoot a couple of free throws.
Her will to rebound is greater than anyone else's on the floor. Sheridan Green is fantastic getting to the offensive glass, and Taylor Murray's pretty good herself.
Right now is just dominating the backboards, out rebounding Kentucky 24-12, and behind Sheridan Green, Tennessee has 14 offensive rebounds.
That's more rebounds than Kentucky has total. Very similar to how they lost the game at Mississippi State in their last outing.
And the bench for Tennessee, thanks mostly to Mimi Collins, has done a very, very nice job. They were not scoring at all the first couple of SEC games, and they've come in and really given Tennessee a lift.
Ryan Howard being guarded by Sheridan Green. There's the switch. Zay Green. There's the slip. Too far.
Davis doesn't have numbers. Will slow things down.
Good try. Good defense by Maci Morris with those 3 fouls.
3:25 left in the half. Davis has been pretty quiet offensively, looking for the post-up. Turns down inside. Howard couldn't do much there. Collins missed that. Sheridan Green again with an offensive rebound. No.
I mean, the degree of difficulty on shot number 1 for Tennessee is good defense by Kentucky, but they're just pounding away on the offensive glass.
Pascal off the back of the iron and an offensive rebound taken by Ryan Howard of Kentucky. Onyegalebo off the dribble, and a foul is going to be called against Tennessee. I think that gave that to number 15, Sheridan Green. That is her second personal. 2 team fouls in the period so far for Tennessee. Kentucky out of fouls.
And Tennessee has a little more depth in the post.
Ray Burrell, the freshman out of Las Vegas, coming back on to replace Green. You mentioned the advantage in the post, and Dory Harrison played a lot of basketball for Kentucky last year, but out with an illness, and they will miss her up front for the rest of the year.
Getting in a stance was something that Holly Warlick emphasized this week.
Nice drop pass. Onyegalebo lays it up and in.
Ryan Howard really good. Really nice in the pinch.
Onyegalebo with half a dozen inside of 2.5 minutes remaining in the half. Backdoor cut laid up and in by Zay Green.
Really nice job moving without the ball.
That's going to be a blocking foul called against Green, number 14, who just scored.
Looks right here. Draw 2. Nice little pocket pass. Good finish at the rim. On the other side, Ray Burrell doing a nice job of hitting Zay Green on the cut to the rim. Good job moving without the ball. Really doing a good job on Maci Morris as Tennessee. Everybody communicating where she is.
Pascal, crossover dribble, got on the trees. And Kishkidua takes the rebound and will shoot a couple of free throws. Kentucky over the limit. Tennessee still with just 3 team fouls. Tatiana Wyatt called for that foul, her second.
I think Matthew Mitchell has done a really good job managing the foul trouble. He knew when to get Ryan Howard and Maci Morris back on the floor. Those two have done a good job of being able to stay on the floor without picking up a third. And you'd expect that out of Maci Morris. She's a senior. Ryan Howard a little bit more challenging, but she's done a good job as well. And she's sitting on the bench right now.
Good on the second free throw. 1:50 remaining in the half, and the lead is back down to 9. If you weren't with us for the beginning of the game, near turnover there, it was all Kentucky, led by as many as 17. Pascal pull-up jump shot off the back of the iron, no. Holly Warlick wanted a travel on Maci Morris. Jump shot on the way, not close that time by Wyatt.
That's it, Paul. That's exactly the set that Kentucky worked on at shoot-around today. There's another turnover for Tennessee. There's different kind of turnovers too. There's turnovers that you have when you're trying to play with pace. There's selfish turnovers. There's careless turnovers. I'd even go so far as clueless turnovers.
and all would apply. That's the 8th turnover for Tennessee. They didn't clean things up. That's just the first of the quarter. Inside of a minute. Westbrook doing a nice job. Blocked the shot from Maci Morris, and then a foul committed in the backcourt. It'll be free throws for Burrell.
Well, this is a 2-for-1 situation for Tennessee. They're at the free throw line. They can make a couple of free throws here, play D, and get one more possession. But Kentucky can look at it the same way, too, if they can score quickly.
Burrell, just a 57% free throw shooter, misses off the side of the iron. And misses both. Maci Morris has that ball deflected away, and Tennessee will have it. Oh, close there on Morris. Better put your hands in your pocket. Got away with one, and Taylor Murray at the other end. Hard foul. Wow. That was a hard take that time by Taylor Murray, and Zay Green came from behind.
Matthew Mitchell calling for an intentional. Taylor Murray is still down.
Coach Mitchell coming on the floor now to tend to Taylor Murray. Murray is still down. That was a really hard fall. So you can see the pictures tell the story. Taylor Murray in a lot of pain right now, holding on to her left leg.
I think she makes a play on the ball. I don't think there's, and Bev Roberts comes in immediately with an intentional foul. I guess they're going over to the monitor to see if they can upgrade it. And Taylor Murray is going to be taken to the locker room.
We'll get another look at that. And Taylor Murray going into the locker room. Playing in her 112th game for Kentucky. Watch her left leg after the contact.
See, they called it unsportsmanlike on the floor. I think she was making a play on the ball. I think it's really unfortunate. I am so sorry Taylor Murray got hurt on that play. But on the court immediately, Bev Roberts gave the sign. And Bev Roberts came over to what we said, it's unsportsmanlike, which is on the men's side, similar to an F1. 2 shots, anybody can shoot the free throws, and then the ball will be inbounded in front of us on table side, our side, opposite table.
She described it, first of all, as unnecessary contact. But I agree with you. We've seen it a couple of times. The people at home will decide for themselves as both free throws are missed, but that just looked like a hard play on the ball. Never want to see anybody get injured, obviously, but that looked like a basketball play, and we'll keep an eye on the condition of Taylor Murray, the 5'6" senior out of Maryland.
So now Matthew Mitchell's team with an 11-point lead with the last possession, a chance to extend it. He survived foul trouble, and he survived a Lady Vols run. Zone defense by Tennessee.
But can Kentucky survive the loss of their veteran point guard should she be unable to return?
And Rennia Davis picks up a foul off the ball trying to defend Maci Morris.
That's her first personal to send Morris back to the free throw line.
This is like an automatic, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we thought so just a moment ago. I'm sure Morris, who she and Taylor Murray have been teammates and been through an awful lot with and for Kentucky for the last couple of years, and is good on the first of 2. 7.3 seconds remaining, so Tennessee does have time. 14 first half points for Morris.
If you can deny Avina Westbrook right here, make somebody else handle the ball up the floor. She's going to shoot it.
Almost a double dribble. Pull-up jump shot by Zay Green on the way and off the front of the iron, and we've come to halftime. Well, that first half had a lot.
At every position that Tennessee has over Kentucky. They're bigger and longer at every position on the floor. Let's see if they can use it.
Jada Roper on the floor now in place of Taylor Murray at the point guard position. Zay Green quickly attacking the basket. We'll get to the free throw line.
I'm sorry, Paul. I got excited because I love the call by Holly Warlick right out of the locker room. Okay, you got Zay Green being defended by Ryan Howard. You pick up the 3rd foul. First she rejects the screen, and then she makes a beautiful move, draws contact to get to the line. 11
seconds in, and already Howard picks up her 3rd personal foul and changes or challenges Kentucky even more early in the second half. Kentucky ranked number 16, Tennessee number 13. It was all Kentucky in the first half until Howard and Maci Morris got in foul trouble, and then late Taylor Murray was injured on a take to the basket. Speaking of takes, Westbrook with the basket. Shot clock inside of 10. McKinney three-pointer on the way, not there. Rebound battled for. Howard had it, hesitated inside of Davis, can't get it to go, and puts back in her own miss. Boy,
wow,
look at Westbrook push the tempo. Count the basket and the foul.
3 on Maci Morris. What a great push out of the net. Avina Westbrook, the outlet pass was already almost to the hash mark. Watch how fast they get up the court. Zay Green runs her lane hard.
So we played 11 seconds until Ryan Howard picked up her 3rd personal foul. Now we played 56, and Maci Morris joins her with 3 personal fouls as well.
We might see more zone out of Kentucky this half than Matthew Mitchell likes to play. 7-point deficit now for Tennessee after trailing by 17 in the first quarter.
Trailed by 11 after 1, trailed by 10 at the half. That's going to be an offensive foul. That might go against Howard. That's an illegal screen, and that is Ryan Howard's 4th personal foul. Well, she's got to sit now until the 4th quarter. 8:45 remaining in the period, and Tennessee, as you mentioned, only trailing now by 7.
That is an important, unbelievably tough teaching moment for Kentucky with Ryan Howard. I mean, I can feel the stress on Matthew Mitchell all the way over here.
So Howard will go to the sideline. 6 points, 5 rebounds, and now 4 personal fouls. Peskel on the floor, number 12 as well. Roper stays at the point.
Trapping ball screens.
Davis has been very quiet offensively. Morris, the steal without fouling. Got to watch out for the charge. Change of pace, lays it up and in.
Nice take.
Boy, Tennessee is really playing up tempo. That's going to be a blocking foul called against Kentucky's Wyatt. Mimi Jackson attacking the basket.
Strip. She's coming right at Zay Green. Zay Green just opens up and lets her by. That wasn't very good defense. Maybe she's afraid of picking up another foul.
Maci Morris, 8th in the conference in scoring, 16 points per game, had 20 in a losing effort last weekend down at Mississippi State. Will go down when she's finished as one of the best players in the history of Kentucky women's basketball. Currently 13th all-time in scoring and one of the best shooters ever. That's going to be a traveling violation called against Davis. Mentioned that Rennia Davis was struggling only with 1 basket on 1 of 6 shooting. She does have 6 rebounds.
Keep in mind, Kentucky has led the entire game. Built their lead to 17 in the first quarter call. And then the foul trouble came, and Kentucky was able to maintain the halftime lead by 10.
Morris asking for a screen.
Got to have high hands on Maci Morris. You got to close her window down.
Yeah, it's going to be a foul. Not a good foul by Westbrook. You played good defense and only 6 seconds on the shot clock, and Morris wasn't going anywhere.
And especially when the emphasis in practice off the Missouri loss was get in the stance and play some D. Get your hands up on D. When you're going to make that switch right there, you got to switch to steal, or you got to switch so that she doesn't turn the corner on you.
First team foul on Tennessee, 4th already on Kentucky. Pesco turning the corner. Count the basket. What a tough make. 5'7" redshirt junior out of Brooklyn, New York, going right at Sheradine Green.
What a great take. Beautiful. Good patience. Good balance.
And much needed for Kentucky with their point guard in the locker room.
You switch in your man-to-man to stop dribble penetration. That's why you do it. It's one of the reasons why. And you've got to do a better job of making them play outside the paint.
Westbrook turning the corner. Inside, another offensive rebound. The 20th put up by Green, doesn't score. And McKinney will come away with a rebound for Kentucky, number 3 in blue. If you're wondering about Taylor Murray, her condition still to be evaluated. We're just being told now, thank you, Debbie, knee pain out for the rest of the game is Taylor Murray. Roper at the point played 30 games for Kentucky last year, but Taylor Murray is one of the best point guards in the conference. Pesco loses her footing, and that's going to be a traveling violation. It's the 7th turnover for Kentucky, 11 so far for Tennessee.
Going to their horns.
Westbrook trying to take it all the way to the basket. Thought she was fouled from behind. But once again, another offensive rebound, adding to their total of 19 in the first half. Sheradine Green will get that one and go to the free throw line.
Well, Avina Westbrook's scouting report, to me, the more I watch her play, seems to be pretty evident. I mean, she's going to the paint to score. She's not going to distribute. So everybody needs to stay home, meaning don't rotate to help. And that way you can box out a little bit better, because when you rotate to help, you get out of box out position, and that's how Tennessee crashes the glass so hard. It's been their best offense, is offensive rebounding tonight.
Green's been a pretty good free throw shooter, 78% on the year, but misses the first and good on the second.
Diamond in one, going to their three-quarter court pressure. I like it. You got to change the momentum of the game somehow.
That's a tough place to go. But Kentucky just does get the ball over. Still an 11-point advantage for the Wildcats.
Let's see if Kentucky can get the ball to the logo area against the zone.
Pesco again, that off the side of the iron. Rebound taken by Westbrook. And Jackson on the run out. And the 12th turnover for Tennessee.
And Holly Warlick is as animated as I've seen her, running almost to the end of the bench. I thought she was running out of the tunnel.
She's wired. I don't think our cords go that far.
We've got her tethered over there to the sideline.
Maybe it's a good thing. Should Tennessee be applying even more pressure with Murray out of the game?
They're out of position right there. They have 3 people on the ball. That leaves Maci Morris open on the backside. Either bring the trap with aggressive going to make a play, or don't bring it at all.
Morris now with 16.
Another offensive rebound.
Again, playing with 3 fouls. Howard on the sideline, turned down inside. Up and in by Zay Green.
That's where the size and the length can be an advantage for Tennessee. Every position, they're longer, and almost I think every position right now, they're taller. Go into the paint.
Where is the offense going to come from for Kentucky, except from Maci Morris? Pascal along the sideline, misses that. Pretty good look. Battle for the rebound taken by McKinney. Morris off the side of the iron, no offensive rebound. Nice play. Offensive rebound, and Lebo puts that ball back up and in. Really good effort on the offensive boards by McKinney. Lebo, once again, she's played well off the bench.
She has. She's been a real boost for Matthew Mitchell's team. Been solid.
Transfer out of Stony Brook.
Some other players have got to hit shots. Amanda Pascal has not made a field goal this game, and she's had some open looks.
Morris dribbles out of the double team. Boy, that was easy.
She just needs a little space. She's so smart. She is seeking shots all the time. Holly Warlick needs a timeout.
Maci Morris now with 20. Debbie in the lead is back up to 15. Nice to see a little bit of a smile. Really hopeful. She has had an absolutely wonderful career, and you don't want to see it cut short.
Zoned by Kentucky off the timeout. Get in the gaps and pass it.
Collins on the floor now, number 4 on the baseline for Tennessee. Was very good in the first half. Shot clock down at 5, and the ball passed too low, and Blair Green comes away with a steal for Kentucky. You like this substitution now with Maci Morris on the sideline? Give her a little bit of a throw, and also protect her with the foul trouble.
Exactly, with a 15-point lead.
Attack of the basket, not there. Offensive rebound, not there. Taken by Davis. Westbrook, nice pass that time by Mimi Jackson.
That's Tennessee's game, and Mimi Jackson is the person that always leaks out. She never crashes the glass. Somebody needs to check her.
Westbrook now with 9, 2:50 remaining in the third. Still plenty of time for Tennessee, trailing by 13. Nice play going to the right. Blair Green, 6-foot freshman out of Harlan City, Kentucky.
So you have to get on Avina Westbrook right away, because she sees the floor so well, and she's totally out of control right there. That's a charge on Avina Westbrook. Frustrated, trying to make a play for the Lady Vols. Idol. What an idol for somebody like me. What an incredible role model she's been for someone like me, Joan Cronin.
Congratulations to all of the nominees, and pay close attention to the development of that list. Westbrook comes away limping as she went into traffic, but scored it there now with 11.
Full court pressure by the Lady Vols. They have got to up their energy on this end of the floor.
Tennessee still has plenty of time. They got back within 7 at 40-33. But then Kentucky, led by Maci Morris, went on that run. Another step-back three-pointer. What else on the way and good? And Holly Warlick can just turn and walk away.
I mean, I knew it was going up. Did Mimi Collins not know she was going to shoot that? Get your hands up on the shooter. Run her off the three-point line.
23 points for Maci Morris. And still lots of time left in this game. Nia Davis trying to find the range, and maybe we'll get going here. Buries the three-pointer out of the right corner. First three-pointer of the game made for Tennessee.
You got to stay off the sidelines. You got to avoid the trap, draw 2, and reverse the basketball. And Kentucky worked on this today at shoot-around. I like the change in defense, though, by Holly Warlick. You have to try something.
Shot rejected. Nice play by number 4, Mimi Collins. A really nice job in the first half with 11 points off the bench for Tennessee. Just under a minute remaining in the third.
Good defense by Collins. Build a wall, hands straight up, principle of verticality, get a piece of the ball.
7 to shoot for Kentucky. Of course, they're looking for Morris. They go to Anya Galibo, who finds herself alone, lays it up and in. She's got 11 off the bench for Kentucky. Huge numbers for the Wildcats. Here comes Davis, nearly has her pocket picked. Ball will be out of bounds to Tennessee.
See, this is a time of the game where Holly Warlick has 7 over 10 players as freshmen and sophomores. This is where they need to have big game maturity, right, where they can make a play. It's the way the SEC rolls. I mean, every possession matters in this league. And maybe Renaya Davis is going to catch fire. Back-to-back triples for the sophomore.
Pascal quickly at the other end. That's going to be an obvious offensive foul. No doubt that Sheradine Green was set.
And Pascal's left-handed. Why would she try to counter over to her right when she would be dominant going down the left side of the lane to the rim? She didn't need to come back to the middle.
Shot clock and game clock separated by about 2 seconds. Tennessee back within 12. They got to as close as 7 midway through the quarter.
I'm going to get Renaya Davis off a flare right here. Here she comes.
Davis, 3 in a row. On the way off the back of the iron. Shot clock tipped up. And the third quarter will come to an end with Kentucky holding on to a 58-46.
Friday night gymnastics meet somewhere on the SEC trail. I only know, the only thing I know about gymnastics are 10s, and I would say that Maci Morris would get a 10 for her performance.
23 so far on the evening, has never won in this building, and immediately a quick turnover. McKinney looking for Tate inside.
As long as Matthew Mitchell's team can maintain this double-digit lead, I don't think you put Ryan Howard back on the floor with 4 fouls. She's only played 1 minute of the second half. She picked up 2 quick fouls to start the third quarter, which were fouls 3 and 4.
Nice little pocket pass. Mimi Jackson inside to Sheradine Green.
That is a well-designed play out of the timeout by Holly Warlick, and that's where I think they need to go to build back into this game. They can overpower with their size and their length on the block against Kentucky. It's where their advantage is.
Taylor Murray on the sideline with a knee injury. That's going to be a touch foul on the perimeter. Zay Green just underway here in the fourth.
I mean, if you're in a stance and you're Zay Green and you've got your hands up, Maci Morris shouldn't be able to drive by you. If you have your hand up, you can run her off the three-point line. Force her into some other help.
Crowd saw it. Offensive rebound comes out to Morris. Maci Morris got away with one.
She cleared a little space. She sure did.
And a traveling violation is going to be called against Roper. 67th meeting all time, Debbie Antonelli. 27th in this building. Tennessee is 23-3 against Kentucky. Last win for the Wildcats was in 2014. Maci Morris, as a quick reminder, has never won in this building. Kentucky with a 10-point advantage. Counts if it goes. Count the basket. Foul called on the perimeter, and Renaya Davis got things going at the end of the third quarter, and it's continuing here to start the fourth.
There's a little bump right there. This is where Kentucky has to be really careful. And now you got to start thinking about Ryan Howard if you're Matthew Mitchell.
Matthew Mitchell not happy at all that continuation basically was called on that play. Free throw off the back of the iron, and now Maci Morris has got 4 personal fouls.
Got to try to stay off the sideline. Well, you're counting on Pascal and Roper right here to handle under incredible duress by Tennessee.
Morris, step back jump shot off the side of the iron. No, ball deflected out of bounds. Looked like it went off Mimi Jackson of Tennessee, and it did. 8:20 remaining in the contest. Kentucky 14-2. Both teams 1-1 in conference. Tennessee 12-2. Kentucky ranked number 16. Tennessee 13.
Tennessee has missed 39 shots and has offensive rebounded 23 of them. That is a big part of the story tonight. They've got 14 points on their 23 offensive rebounds.
And platooning now, the two players in foul trouble. Ryan Howard just came back on. The outstanding freshman, been playing with 4 fouls, and Maci Morris with 4 fouls went to the sideline.
I think it's a good move by Matthew Mitchell. I think you got to get Ryan Howard back on the game, and you give Morris a little bit of a rest.
Working against Green, tries to step through, create some contact, not there, and the rebound taken but then lost over the sideline, and Kentucky fortunate with another possession. No possession ruled, however. The shot clock did not reset. Where is Kentucky going to get some offense? They've been getting a lot from Howard throughout the course of the season, averaging 17. Shot clock at 5. Traveling violation. That's a good call on the perimeter. Lots of time left. What was a 17-point lead early is down to 8.
I would go inside to Sheridan Green right here.
Jackson working on Howard, who has to put her hands in her pockets. Offensive rebound taken by guess who?
Unbelievable, relentless, incredible work ethic on the glass. Mimi Jackson still yet to find a basket in this game, but look at Sheridan Green's will on the boards. Every time she goes, you almost have to face guard her because you can't turn and box her. She's too elusive.
Ryan Howard played barely 2.5 minutes in the entire second half. He just picked up her 5th personal foul. Green has 10 rebounds, 7 of those at the offensive end, coming off a double-double in the loss at home to Missouri last week.
The other thing, too, Tennessee is less than 50% from the free throw line tonight.
Boy, 10 of 22. Second free throw is good. No call on the high dribble. Got to watch out for the charge. A break for Kentucky as Morris lays it up and in.
Official right in front of her was going to say she had her hand on top of it.
And off the turnover, Kentucky with the basketball. Got to look out. McKinney in all kinds of duress. And the possession arrow is with Tennessee. What'd you think about this, Deb?
I thought she carried it.
So
and
did
she was tippy-toeing the sideline, if you will. You got to stay off the sideline against this length. And this team of Tennessee's coming to trap.
Matthew Mitchell is arrayed along the side. He wanted to try to call a timeout.
That's right. He's saying, I'm over here screaming for timeout, and no one heard me. There needs to, sometime here to be a sense of urgency by Tennessee.
Jackson turning the corner. Offensive foul. Maci Morris, number 4 in blue, there to take the charge. Ryan Howard has fouled out. If the call goes the other way.
I don't think there's any question that's a charge.
Absolutely.
I mean,
good call.
Not even any doubt. Legal guarding position. Good call.
Lots of time left in this game. If you're Kentucky, that clock is moving so slow.
Tennessee doesn't have to get it all back at once, and not one person is going to get it all back. They have to play together, move the ball, and take advantage of their strength on the front line.
Foul is called on Mimi Jackson, and with 6:50 remaining, that's the 4th team foul on Tennessee. Debbie, that's such a great point. It's like they're trying to hit a home run. There's lots of time left in this game for Tennessee.
Look,
just to stay within their own personality.
It's a 3-possession game. It's 3 stops and 3 scores.
Morris around the screen. The floater off the window. No. Green takes the rebound. Here comes Davis in Tennessee.
Got to make a good choice here.
Jackson. A very timely three-pointer for senior Mimi Jackson.
Her first basket since the Auburn game, 2 games ago.
Shot clock at 7. Roper tries to answer, not there. Good block out. Good block out by a rebounding machine, Sheradine Green.
And I'm going to say that is not a bad foul because Tennessee had the advantage. Sheradine Green would have outletted. That would have been a layup up the other end. Now Kentucky can set their defense.
6 minutes remaining, and it's a 6-point game.
This plays for Mimi Jackson. She's got Maci Morris on her.
Going down inside, thrown over the top, and Sheradine Green doing it at both ends.
Run it again, Tennessee, because I don't think Kentucky can guard that. Matthew Mitchell wants a timeout, and he got one this time.
A lifetime left in this game, 5:39. Remember, Tennessee is out of fouls.
And Kentucky has led the entire game.
Floater from behind, the foul, no doubt about it, on Westbrook, number 2. So Morris, an expert free throw shooter, will go to the line.
Really good job of attacking the pressure, not panicking. You know Tennessee's trapping. You got to draw 2, reverse the basketball, get it to the middle. Perfect execution with the right person shooting free throws for Kentucky.
Missed a couple early, which was really unusual for Maci Morris, and 90% or so far in the year. She's now 2 of 5 on the evening, but 2 of those free throws came after the unsportsmanlike call, and I know that she was very emotionally upset when she saw her running mate Taylor Murray on the sideline. Now with 27 is Maci Morris.
Morris only missed 4 free throws coming into the game. She's missed 3 tonight.
No call there. Up and in once again for Westbrook now with 13.
That's too easy. Timeout, Matthew Mitchell, good timeout. And see, here's a situation for all young players. With a ball over your head being trapped, you're dead. You've importance, and I thought the same thing. I thought it was a good play on the good hard foul play on the ball. Unfortunately for for Taylor Murray, she has been listed as out for the game with a sore knee.
Well, let's hope that's all it is, because she's playing in her 112th game tonight for Kentucky. She was on the all-SEC defensive team last year and having a really, really good senior season. #1 in the conference in steals, 13 points a game, averaging over 4 assists. And Kentucky on their way back into the NCAA tournament after having not made the field last year, but they need Taylor Murray. Inside of 5 minutes.
You have to communicate where Maci Morris is.
What about that? Ice water in the veins of Ogechi Anyigalebo.
She's had a terrific game.
Terrific. 13 points off the bench. Zay Green thought about it. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Westbrook going inside, and that's, they called a blocking foul.
Wow, Matthew Mitchell is beside himself. He cannot believe it.
Ogechi Anyigalebo. That's a coach's life, isn't it? That is a coach's life.
He is. I mean, he is just working so hard over there. He's made such good decisions with his personnel.
Galebo picks up her 4th personal.
I mean, you've had the lead the entire game. A 17-point lead in the first quarter. With Maci Morris and Ryan Howard with 2 fouls in the first quarter. You've had to manage foul trouble the whole game.
And you led by 15 with under a minute remaining in the 3rd. Free throws up and good. Westbrook's having a nice game on her season average with 15. Full court pressure again.
Well, you got to really cut hard to the ball right now, and that bounce pass is too slow. And you have to space because you know Tennessee wants to trap. Now Holly Warlick's going to take Rennia Davis off the ball.
Watch out for the charge. They called a charge on Maci Morris.
That's it.
So take away the basket, and more importantly, take away Maci Morris. That's her 5th personal foul.
Is she in legal guarding position? 2 feet on the floor outside the restricted area. Well, she's definitely outside the restricted area.
A big call in this basketball game, and there have been several of them.
Both feet on the ground, Paul, facing the opponent. No time and distance required.
Good call. What'd you think?
I'm not sure that her left foot was down.
A huge call. Morris now to the sideline, joining Taylor and Howard. Morris finishes with 27.
Deep, very.
Inside to Green. Must have called the first attempt on a held ball. Sheridan Green turned inside. The ball came loose. Put the ball back up and in, and on the possession arrow, the ball goes to Kentucky.
Well, I'm not sure that it wasn't travel, honestly.
Who's going to make a play for the Wildcats? Remember, Tennessee is out of fouls and has been so for quite some time.
You got to cut hard to the ball.
Yeah, Roper's in trouble.
Tennessee's defense has been terrific here while they've cut this thing to 4.
Well, Maci Morris came out and said that, look, I can jab step and I can step backwards to about 26 feet and make one no matter what your game plan is, but you'll have to watch the final 340 from the sideline. Four to shoot, winding down, thrown up and in. What a play by Jada Roper.
Wow, you play good defense for 29 seconds. Force a timeout. And Mimi Jackson takes a quick, ill-advised 3, but it doesn't matter because Tennessee offensive rebounds everything tonight.
Long rebound is battled for, comes out. The officials will talk it over, and it'll be Tennessee's basketball. 3:07 left. Kentucky leads it by 6. The officials are going to talk about it.
You come together and you ask the official, if the official that made the call is positive. But Bev Roberts does a good job. Let's see. Oh, goes all the way around the rim and out. Yeah, that's off Tennessee. Looked like Avina Westbrook.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about that. Good work by the officials. Green stepping inside, has the ball deflected away and stolen. Westbrook, has it rattle in and out. Boy, that was halfway down. Jada Roper picks up her 3rd personal foul. Not really a factor with 2:41 remaining. Both teams over the limit. Westbrook just a 65% free throw shooter so far in the year. First rattles around and good.
Much better than last year, where she was a 51% free throw shooter. So she's worked on that part of her game.
Tough when your point guard's not making free throws.
Especially in a late game situation when you need her out there to handle and make decisions.
Both free throws good, and she's perfect on the night, 4 for 4. And has scored the last 6 points for Tennessee.
Gotta be strong with the basketball.
And on the held ball, that's going to be Tennessee basketball. Roper and Davis getting into it a little bit. 2:28 remaining. No, nothing there.
Roper puts the ball over her head. It's what I was saying against a trapping team. You can't put the ball over the top of your head, especially when you're small. It's like putting it right underneath the nose of Rennia Davis. It's easy for her to take.
Zay Green will inbound. 2:28 left. 66-62 Kentucky. Trying to hold on by the skin of their teeth. Lost their point guard and their 2 offensive stars to fouls. Ball is deflected away and stolen and thrown away by Westbrook. Go to Anya Galebo, Debbie. She scored some big baskets, and she's in the screen and roll.
And you're really digging deep into your bench for Matthew Mitchell, right? You're trying to win the game with the middle of your team, not the top of your team.
Miss late in the shot clock. Here comes Tennessee with numbers. Jackson through Pascal, and it'll be a couple of free throws. What a crazy game. Huge lead early for Kentucky. They were making everything. Maci Morris was setting Thompson Bowling Arena on its ear. She's now on the sideline with foul trouble. Ryan Howard never got into the flow.
Well, Tennessee's defense is the difference here in the fourth quarter, really. I mean, they have done a terrific job of disrupting and putting Kentucky in the foul trouble that they've been in. At the end of the third quarter, it was an 12-point Kentucky lead to start the fourth. And Tennessee has never had the lead in this game.
Pascal thought about it, up inside, rolls off the iron, and then ties up. Big play, that time by number 12 in blue, tying up Sheradine Green with a possession arrow favoring Kentucky.
13 rebounds for Sheradine Green, 7 on the offensive end. You better cut hard, you better be strong with the basketball here. You got a fresh 30. Tennessee needs to get in a stance.
Good defense by Tennessee. Remember, both teams are out of fouls. Shot clock now at 8. Shot clock at 3. High arching. Oh! Jada Roper.
I love college basketball.
Absolutely.
I love
wow.
It. You got to be kidding me. She dribbles out the entire possession. You have to have high hands.
The entire history of this contest, Murray nor Maci Morris have won in this building. The lead is 5.
You got plenty of time here. You need a good shot. It doesn't have to be a 3.
Zay Green on the way. Long rebound taken by Blair Green. Remember, Tennessee is out of fouls.
I'm a little surprised at the shot selection, only because Zay Green has only made 13 threes on the season, and she's a 24% three-point shooter, where Rennia Davis shoots 50% from the three-point line, and Davis has already hit 2 of the 3 triples that Tennessee has made in this game.
The numbers certainly don't lie. You talk about a 50% shooter as opposed to 24. And Jada Roper, the 5'6" backup point guard out of Memphis, Tennessee, has scored the last 5 points and has done a magnificent, gutsy job to retain the lead for Kentucky.
So, Paul, it's still right now, depending on this free throw, a 2 or 3 possession game. If she makes this, they have to get a 3.
Free throw off the front of the iron, and immediately a timeout is called, so Tennessee will be able to advance.
The timeout goes for a 3 here, and then look for a rebound and a kick out to a spot up 3 if you miss it.
And this time you go to Rennia Davis. Westbrook, quick pull-up jump shot, not there. Offensive rebound missed. Vital seconds winding down. Zay Green needs a bounce and gets it. Inside of 25 seconds remaining, the lead for Kentucky is 4, and immediately the foul is applied.
So Holly Warlick wants to get a 2 and extend the game with a foul. Now Kentucky can finish this game off if they make free throws.
Amanda Pascal, 5'7" redshirt junior, 75% free throw shooter on the year. And Matthew Mitchell's Kentucky Wildcats, the best free throw shooting team in the conference as a team, at just under 80%.
What incredible heart and determination we saw Kentucky bring to Knoxville. And Pascal needs to make this, it's still a 2-possession game.
If you're Kentucky and you're Matthew Mitchell, do you think about fouling instead of allowing a 3?
No, I don't, because of the way they offensive rebound. I don't know if you can even box them off the free throw line.
To score quickly.
Well, they're going to go for the 3, I would say, because of who's inbounding the basketball.
Zay Green on the inbounds pass off the back of the iron. Nice rebound taken in traffic. And immediately the foul is going to be applied. Well, they got a quick look and a good look at the three-pointer, but once again, you surprised it's Zay Green who's taking the shot?
Well, she was wide open.
Yeah, maybe for a reason.
Maybe. I think Matthew Mitchell playing the percentages there with his defense defending Rennia Davis.
Anya Lebo will go to the free throw line. 6'1" redshirt junior, again out of Miami, Florida. Has really been good. That free throw rattles out. There's still time. 18.7 seconds remaining. Anya Lebo with a 13 points for a season high. And it's still 13.
High hands on Davis.
And gets that one to rattle home. Tennessee quickly comes and commits the foul. Nice play by Jada Roper to come over and get the inbounds pass.
3-point deficit here. You can make this a 2-possession game with 2 made free throws. Holly Warlick's strategy to continue to extend the game keeps putting pressure on Kentucky at the free throw line.
And Mimi Jackson has just fouled out. That could be a factor when you think about Tennessee coming down the other end looking for a 3.
Let's see, you know, Holly Warlick is calling her team over.
Has no timeouts left.
Right, they're using the substitution time for fouling out. Both coaches.
You get a certain amount of time to make the substitution, but that was stretching the limits.
And it's a chance to ice the shooter a little bit.
A little bit. Jada Roper has scored 7 out of the last 8 points for Kentucky, and it's a 2-possession game once again. 10.5 seconds remaining.
That 3 that she made might go down in history for Kentucky.
Thank you for reminding. What a miraculous 3-pointer from long distance. Davis off the front of the iron, and Kentucky is going to win this game. Possession arrow stays with Tennessee, but Kentucky leads it 73-68.
No fouls here if you're Kentucky.
the 28th trip for the Kentucky Wildcats to Knoxville, Tennessee, and they have just won for the 4th time. And Taylor Murray and Maci Morris